Welcome to Gold Star Classroom, the podcast where our panelists go back to school. We'll grade them on their answers to a variety of general knowledge and trivia questions. They don't know what we're going to ask, and we don't know what they're going to say. The student with the highest grade at the end of the class will win the coveted classroom prize, the Golden Banana. I'm your host and headmaster, Professor Jerry Jaffe. Welcome to today's episode of Gold Star Classroom. I'm your host and headmaster, Dr. Jerry Jaffe. It's my job to ask our students questions across the width and breadth of human knowledge, and as any good teacher would do, grade your answers. It's my pleasure to introduce today's students. Sitting on my left is the mayor of Kent Comedy, Anthony Savat.
Hi there. I hope the questions are all about the 900-day siege of Leningrad during World War II.
Thank you. We'll see what we can do about that, Anthony. And sitting directly across from me from the Alan Cox Show, Bill Squire.
Hey, thanks for having me, Professor Doctor.
I am a professor.
Doctor, Professor, I don't remember.
I am a professor and a doctor.
Yeah, there you go.
My students call me Jerry.
Bill doesn't know how to do that because he didn't go to college, and he's going to win, and I'm going to be really sad.
That will be sad and exciting. All right. Our first quiz question comes from the world of biology. All my students know how much I love science, and I hope you do too. And this was inspired by an incident that happened to me over the past summer. So just briefly speaking, I was out hiking with friends, and we noticed that some people were getting bitten by mosquitoes more than others. So my first question just is, I don't know if you ever had that phenomenon, or is this a real thing, or is it just coincidence? Do mosquitoes prefer some people over others, or is it just a coincidence sometimes you get bit more? What do you think?
I don't get bit by mosquitoes very much, and I eat a lot of garlic, and I don't shower, so I don't get bit by women very much either. People and animals generally avoid me.
I think that mosquitoes are snobs and racists. So they will bite people based on the color of their skin, not the content of their character.
You are all basically correct. The short answer is yes. There are certain types of people mosquitoes like to bite more.
Can I guess, is it something to do with like iron content of the blood or something like that?
Well, I have here a list of 5 of the most common factors that attract mosquitoes, but I would like to say that Bill's answer also loses 20 points for making everyone in the classroom feel slightly awkward.
Why'd you have me in the class?
I don't know, that's harsh. He did quote Dr. King at least, didn't he?
I feel like
it's true.
I feel like it was a unique and funny answer. I mean, I got to get points for that,
You're right.
right?
Plus 20 points for the MLK reference.
All right,
I have
so
to
I'm
give
at
you that.
0.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now you know how all my other students feel. Okay. Research has found at least 5 contributing factors to what mosquitoes might be attracted to. Anyone have any idea what?
Well, iron content in the blood, that's nothing to do with it?
Iron content has nothing to do with it.
I thought they had sensors.
I guess sweatiness, just because then you're going to be putting out some smell and pheromones and whatnot.
Well, your skin surface is one of them. That's
Yeah.
correct. And there are different types of chemistry, body chemistry, that can affect that. In terms of what you eat, cholesterol causes mosquitoes to swarm, actually.
Okay.
And then there are a couple of other things. Acids in your sweat will trigger mosquitoes. And then how hot you are. They're attracted to heat.
On hotornot.com?
That's where all the mosquitoes swarm, to hotornot.com.
Oh, he's only a 4.5. Next.
Although sharks are famous for smelling blood anywhere in the ocean, and also sharks can detect electricity anywhere in the ocean. How far can
Which is why you should not text and swim.
How far away can a mosquito smell their victims? Any ideas?
I want to say 100 yards.
100 yards.
I'm going to go about 15 or 20 yards.
Bill, your answer gets a B+ for being closest to correct. It's actually not that far as you
All right,
guys
so
recommend.
points, grades, what do we...
Yeah, this is...
I have a very complicated grading rubric.
I can see
I don't
that.
have time to explain it all right now.
Yeah.
It's all right. I lost the syllabus already anyway, so that doesn't matter.
50 meters away is considered.
50 meters, I think 100 yards is pretty darn close to that without going over. Wait, I went over. You were close.
You went over, yeah.
Yes. Not that this is
Way
The Price
over.
is Right, but
Yeah.
yes. It was not a bad estimate, Anthony. I'll give you 5 points.
Okay, thanks.
There you go. Although you did use yards, and we prefer the metric system in this class.
This is America, sir.
Well, this is the educated sector of America, so we use, all of my students here and at home use the metric system. Yes. Hey, mosquitoes are awfully
Which
annoying.
works out well when you're measuring your junk.
Oh,
It
yeah.
seems longer.
Yeah.
That was a metric dick joke.
It certainly was. I'll give you a D for that.
Can I at least get a C?
Not in this class.
Bill just got the D from the teacher.
This isn't that kind of class. I don't want to get fired afterwards.
Okay.
Mosquitoes, being the annoying creatures that they are, this, if anyone knows, anyone know how long mosquitoes have been around?
Several million years?
The answer is in the millions.
Okay.
That is correct. You're going in the right direction.
The Earth, now,
Now he's saying-
now, the Earth's only 6,000 years old. We all know that.
What's the metric system for years? Like 100 million years, maybe 200 million years?
They were
around in
around
dinosaurs, right?
with the dinosaurs, right?
I know that because of Jurassic Park, the very factual Steven Spielberg movie.
Yes, that's very accurate. Almost a documentary.
Yeah.
The digressionary footnote is that the person who designed the dinosaurs at the Creation Museum in Kentucky also designed the dinosaurs for the first Jurassic Park movie. But that's apropos nothing. I'll give myself 100 points for that.
There you go.
Mosquitoes have been around for 170 million years, approximately.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would make
100
them
million?
with the dinosaurs.
That's good,
Yeah. At least one other mosquito question we have to get to before we... amongst mosquitoes, who does the biting?
The females, correct?
Correct. 5 points for Bill.
I thought the
Just 5?
I thought the females were the giant ones that don't bite you.
No, in the realm...
Those are the males, the big ones.
I haven't personally measured the sizes of male mosquitoes. I just know that it is reported that female mosquitoes bite, and they do it for a very particular reason. Which, do you know the reason that
They're all Medusa, just like
Yeah,
female
they're just
women.
blood-sucking
Yeah.
demons, just like every woman. Hey, can I do that? Right?
Yes, you're going to need that metric system before the class is over.
Wait,
I'm not sure what that means. But please, for the sake of our students at home, why do female mosquitoes need human blood?
for reproduction?
It relates to reproduction. So,
Oh, because they can't have periods on their own because they don't make their own blood.
female mosquitoes need human blood to develop fertile eggs for some strange reason.
I'll tell you what, my eggs for breakfast in the morning are a lot better when there's blood.
And Bill, I'd like to remind you...
Take some points away for that.
Wait, did you say they bite people that are warmer? People with higher core temperatures get bit more?
Yes, like if you're exercising or jogging, you're more
Okay.
likely.
That's interesting.
Although both of your comments remind me of the great Oscar Wilde, who once said, "Women are made to be loved, not understood."
Yeah, that guy didn't know anything about
Yeah,
women.
he was gay. He was openly homosexual.
That's why he loves women so much.
Of course he said some nonsense like that.
All right, I'm going to move to our next quiz question, which is in the topic of popular culture. And I'm going to start with a question, but this question is going to open up a whole can of worms worth of questions. And the question is this.
True.
Wrong. Why do we use the word spam in reference to bulk unsolicited emails? Members of our audience just got excited.
Is the A for automated and M for male?
Nope.
Oh. Is the M for male?
Nope.
It's an acronym, right?
Nope.
Is it related to the meat?
It is indirectly related to the meat, yes.
Is it to honor Monty Python?
Bill Squire gets a gold star.
Just for mentioning Monty
Monty
Python.
Python. But that is also the correct answer.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Spam a lot.
There is a lot of, well, the original Spam sketch came out in 1970. And, Monty Python has been honored in many different ways, often by scientists or techno-geeks. There's a fossil named after Monty Python. There are 7 asteroids named after Monty Python.
And all the emails you don't want.
All the emails you don't
It's
want.
named after Monty Python.
What better honor could there be? There's a Ben and Jerry flavor. Hey, this could be a speed round. I bet you guys will know the answers. Can you name all 6 Pythonians?
With the characters on Monty Python?
Well, the actors, not the characters, but the actors.
What is this, 1965?
There was a time in my life I probably could have, but
And I'm blanking on the one
I know
that we
Terry
should all
Gilliam. I know John
Terry
Cleese.
Gilliam and John
John Cleese,
Cleese.
That's all I can think
Points,
of right
points.
I don't know.
In a
anything
minute,
about
I'll ask you when the first Monty Python television show aired.
I
You
don't
said
know that either.
1965 a minute ago.
this, so that might be the right answer.
It's
now.
the right
Who are
decade.
the other ones? Because I gotta hear the names.
Okay, well, I'll list a couple and see if it sparks your memory. Michael Palin,
Yeah,
Terry Jones. There's two more.
I got nothing.
Eric Idle.
Ah, that is.
The five we mentioned are all still living. There's one who passed.
George Harrison.
No, but George Harrison famously produced one of their early movies.
Oh.
I think The Life of Brian. Oh, I just got it in front of myself. Graham Chapman is the sixth Python. There are officially 5 Monty Python movies, one of which I just mentioned, The Life of Brian. Can you name the other 4 Monty Python movies?
Holy Grail.
Holy Grail.
There's
Yeah. I know it. I can't think of one.
History of the World. No, that's
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Holy Grail, Life of Brian. They have 3 movies that are movies. They have one movie that's a sketch, like a compilation of their famous sketches.
Isn't
and
there
they have
like
a
The
a-
live-
Parrot Society? Is
Isn't
that
there
one?
a dirigible on the cover of the movie, or is that the Holy Grail? Isn't there like a weird balloon thing that they're floating on in the cover of the movie?
Anything's possible.
Oh.
I don't have the.
Yeah,
the
I can't
art
remember.
in front of me.
I've
Their third movie, which was their third movie,
Oh, the
Holy
Flying-
Grail, Life of Brian,
The
and
Flying Circus was their show. Never
right,
mind. I'm
Monty
thinking-
Python's Flying Circus was the name of the television show.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'll give you 3 points for that.
Okay.
The third movie is The Meaning of Life.
Yeah,
shame.
I knew that.
Their sketch comedy movie, which was actually their first movie, 1971's, and now for something completely different.
yes.
And then they did in 1982 a famous live show, which I'll bet
Oh,
you've
Live at
seen.
the Hollywood Bowl.
Correct.
Yes, I remember that.
Wow.
That is their 5 movies. I would still like to ask, you did get the name of the TV show, although I kind of didn't think I'd have to ask that question. When did the first episode on the BBC
I'll
of
say
Monty Python?
67.
67? Anyone want to go over, under, or your own bet?
65?
Ben?
I'll go 66.
69.
69.
Yeah.
69.
My favorite number. So I win that one. I finally got one right. Yay.
Yay. When did it first air in the United States?
What, like last week or something?
It almost seems like that might be the case.
I want to say 1987.
It's longer ago than that.
No, I'll say
I mean, I watched it when I was a child.
71
and
or
I'm the
72.
oldest person here.
71 was
That's
it?
very close, 1974.
Okay.
It actually aired in Canada first, so some people in America near the Canadian border, like Detroit or Maine, could have seen it. But being broadcast in the United States, 1974. I only think this is fun trivia because of context. Any idea where? Probably not. The first, because it's kind of in syndication, so it was shown in a particular city first.
Where, at Monty Python?
Yes,
It
in
would be
the
Chicago.
United States. It was
right?
not Chicago.
New York City?
It was not New York City. It was a big city, but it was Dallas, Texas.
Oh.
The progressive,
Indeed.
yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, this is smart and funny. We better get dibs on this.
There are other things named after them. There's a Python programming language is named after them. Let me ask just
Really?
one other
That's
question.
interesting.
The do you know the backstory for why they were called Monty Python? Like
Something.
Monty Python, like vaguely means something. Like they
Wow.
decided it for a reason.
You said this was PG, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Related to the
Well, say what you want to
The
say,
si-
and
the-
we'll edit it out later.
well, I mean, I've got a snake, if you know what I'm talking about, and the
It's-
python's one of those big ones, you know.
Not directly, although I think it probably is a phallic reference. That's how you say what you wanted to say in a
Yeah.
television-friendly way. Phallic reference. But it's...
You can also say big penis.
He is on radio. He knows
Yes,
the
he
rules.
You
makes
say
a-
big penis on radio.
He means that symbolically, of course,
Yes.
not literally. Once again, Bill gets a D.
I think Bill gave the D on that one, if I'm not mistaken.
Teacher does not get D's.
Boom graded.
It's supposed to be the name of a hypothetical manager, like a sleazy showbiz manager, Monty Python. So that's where that name comes from.
Your scoring system is D grading.
You'll see.
Oh, I don't want to see.
I have been told that as a teacher, I sometimes do grade too harshly. And so in order to raise my student self-esteem, I have here a list of 101 random ways to praise children. You guys are magnificent. Okay. I'd like to ask you one other question, and this is in no way related to Anthony Savat being here. It's just a coincidence. It's printed in several newspapers in the past year, but according to the Center for Disease Control, how many reported cases of STDs are there in the United States right now?
Why did you reference me on that, first of all?
Well,
As far as I know, 0.
okay.
Because I only know about me.
Local reporting for Anthony is 0, but national reporting,
How many cases of STDs nationwide? There's 350 million people in the country, right?
approximately, but yeah.
70 million. Wait, hold on. They're not all, half of them are children. 35 million.
Okay, we at least have a logically arrived at guess.
I'm going to go with 15 million.
You are very optimistic at people's
I mean,
level of despicability.
I'm guessing, but he's also taking into account the reported,
Yeah.
not the.
Well, this is reported by the Center for Disease Control, so this would be like reported
Located in
cases.
Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my jam.
Hey, no one else in the audience wants to guess a random number? 25 million?
People
we
or
have a guess?
million? Oh, okay.
People.
According to the Center for Disease Control, there's 110 million cases of STDs in the United States.
So I still win that one. My first guess was
It's
actually
really not
pretty
far
accurate.
off, yes.
Man, did the babies have them too then?
No, but that figure does that is like standing cases, so the number accumulates. And also, that's not 110 million individual people.
Right.
Oh yeah, you can get more than one.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon.
And
Dangerous game.
with something like HPV, a lot of people have that. And
Correct.
Maybe, I don't know how often it gets reported, but yeah, that's
You know,
pretty
Bill, I'm going
common.
to give you another gold star for bringing up HPV on your own. There's about 14 million cases per year of that alone, and that's the ones that are detected.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the most common STD. Per year, there's about 20 million new cases reported of just STDs in general. But I want to ask you this. 50% of all new cases occur within a demographic age range.
I want to say that isn't the rampant outbreaks in the elderly nursing homes? I'm
There-
going to say 65 and up is the age range where this is the issue.
Anyone?
I'm going to go with the 20s.
Yeah, I was thinking the 20s also.
These kids are too stupid to find each other's privates these days. You got to put your phone down.
The,
Who wants to put his theory to the test?
I don't have the statistic on elderly, but you are right in general. That is a trend.
Yeah.
Since, Cialis and Viagra, there's like renewed.
Yeah.
Sexual
Sexual activity
amongst
in
the
nursing
elderly,
homes.
yes.
If those things pop up,
But 50%,
magic happens.
50% of all new cases occurred in the age range 15 to 24. STDs cost the United States over $16 billion in medical costs. You mentioned HPV. I do have a list here of the next 4 most common.
I thought you were going to say a list of famous people that have HPV.
Let's go
Next most common.
herpes.
Herpes, this is the next 4, so HPV is
Say
1.
The clap or
2, 3,
syphilis.
4, 5.
Gonorrhea.
Herpes is number 5, and gonorrhea is number 4.
What about syphilis and or the clap? Is that the same thing?
Well, syphilis is less
Babies.
common. It's not in the top 5.
And the clap's not there, huh?
I thought the clap is gonorrhea.
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
clap's
slang
Okay.
for gonorrhea.
Right, yeah. So I get that.
You think you would have figured that out by now?
No one ever
So, but
claps at my
we
jokes.
besides HPV, we didn't come up with number
HIV?
2 or number 3. HIV is left further down the list, but it's not in the top 5.
Thank goodness. What else is there? HPV.
Crabs,
Oh,
Not crabs, but number 2 is something similar to crabs, I have
pubic
to say.
lice,
scabies.
The chlamydia.
chlamydia. Oh, I thought I said chlamydia.
If you did, I didn't hear it. So
Oh, maybe you didn't hear my baby joke either. 'Cause that was- Babies,
No,
that's the
I
worst
said
one.
chlamydia.
Well, I will listen to the tape later. If either of you said chlamydia, I'll give you extra credit points. All
Chlamydia,
right.
What else-
gonorrhea.
what else
Did we
is
get them all?
Yeah, that's the. Number 3 is trichomoniasis.
Oh,
What is that?
I don't know. We'll have to look that one up. Let me ask just one more question.
Is that where you fool someone into the sack?
Of that 110 million cases total, approximately how many men, how many women?
Oh, I want
I
to say
guess we could-
45, 55 men have 45%, women have 55%.
Okay. So your over-unders, the women number is a little bigger than the men's number.
Yeah, you collect things in containers, not on sticks. I don't think it's a promiscuity issue. I think it's a logistics concern.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Anthony because HPV is not as you can't find that, you can't test for that in a man.
Right.
Which is the best, that's the best myth everyone believes. Like, that can't be true, can it? Like, everyone says that, so they're off the hook, I think, right?
No, you can't really. I mean,
right.
unless you have like a ward or something.
When they came out with the vaccine for it, the vaccine is for women. Like, they don't have a official HPV.
Like, I get that it doesn't
vaccine
affect
for
us,
men.
but I think that's like
Well, it can
some
if
dude
if
at
you
the
actually
top.
get genital warts. Like,
Okay.
You know, one of the condom companies did an online survey of just sexual habits, and in almost all countries, including the United States, men report themselves being more promiscuous than women. So that
But
notion is true, but
in all cases,
Anthony's metaphor holds up in this case. About 60 million women versus 50 million men.
which is that's real close to 55-45, right?
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. That's worth a gold star.
Thanks.
There you
Yay.
go.
I got it. I did it.
There was only one major country for in which the women, at least taking this online survey, self-reported as being more promiscuous than men.
Is that the Philippines by any chance? It's a
No,
reference Bill's
but it
been
is in that region, actually.
Thailand?
Not Thailand.
to. Japan.
Not Japan,
Oh.
sadly.
Sadly.
New Zealand.
New Zealand,
New Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
This brings
but
us...
also,
go ahead, Weeks.
all these studies, too, also show that women lie more constantly than men. So,
that-
right? Am I
That
right?
has been-
Am I right, Bill?
yeah.
High
five, yeah.
Sociologically speaking, that has been suggested, that women are less likely to fill out surveys like that accurately. But be
But
that
they'll-
as it may,
They'll suck your blood.
this brings us to the part of the class where we do extra credit. And extra credit is I'm going to give you three a topic, and you each get like 30 seconds to share some trivia or knowledge that you have on that topic. And then whoever has the best trivia gets the bonus points. And today's extra credit topic is World War II. Would someone like to go first?
So wait, what? I'll go first, but what's the prompt again? I need to tell you guys a
Just-
story or ask you guys a
Well,
question?
a fact. No, you're just going to give us the fact.
Okay.
So you give us some fact or trivia under the broad umbrella of World War II.
All right. I've been obsessed with the 900-day siege of Leningrad, which was called St. Petersburg originally, and that's where Lenin started the communist revolution in the Soviet Union after World War I. And when he passed away unexpectedly in 1924, another guy from St. Petersburg, a.k.a. Leningrad, actually rose up to the height of the Communist Party. I just read it. I believe his name was Kolov. And Stalin had him assassinated by the police, and then had the police that assassinated him assassinated to cover his trail. And that's when he put up like the Iron Curtain, took control of the entire country, and that's when he sent, in the purge of 1937 and 1938, he sent more than half of the military officers from World War I to the Soviet concentration camps, which made them susceptible to the German invasion.
Okay. Anthony has set the bar.
Well, I'm going to go with Hitler assigned a science division to the Nazi, and they were called Hydra. And they were run by Red Skull, and they were eventually stopped by Steve Rogers, who underwent an experimental procedure to turn him from a 5'4" weakling into a 6'2" physique, like just specimen. And he single-handedly led the attack against Hydra to win the war and save pretty much the entire world from the Hydra and the Tesseract weapons that they made. So, thank you very much, Captain America.
Did you just say 6'2"?
Yeah.
That's the perfect physical specimen. You hear that, ladies? 6'2". I'm
And-
6'2". I'm the best.
You don't look anything like Chris Evans.
I'm 6'2" and
Wait,
have
it's
blonde
no
hair.
piercer with
so
that
I'm
jacket on. I do a little bit.
one step closer. All right. With that, I've calculated your final grades.
Oh,
and
that was
the,
stacked for me on that last one. Thank
and
you.
yes, but in the middle I got bored with what you were saying and stopped listening. So
You might win the Oscar, but I'm winning the gold star.
Well, at
right.
the end of the class, we calculate the final grade and award someone with the coveted classroom prize, the Golden Banana. And the winner of today's Golden Banana Prize is Bill Squire.
Yay! Golden banana. I think that's a good thing.
Jorge would like that.
And it just remains for me, your host, Dr. Jerry Jaffe, to thank you, my students, Anthony
It was Kirov, not Kolov. That's who was assassinated. Thank you for having me, Jerry.
and Bill.
Yep, I won the golden banana, finally.
And thank you, students
You're-
listening at home.
That banana is not too expensive.
He got 2 D's and a banana.
Gold Star Classroom is written and produced by Jerry Jaffe. Our producer and engineer is Stephen Gutierrez. Original music composed and produced by Jeff Geddert. Mr. Geddert is also our assistant producer. All commentary and opinions expressed by guests of Gold Star Classroom are meant for entertainment purposes only. For Gold Star Classroom, I'm Jerry Jaffe.